For those of you who have been in leadership for a while, you know that it is not about I in leadership. It's about the people who mentor, challenge, and encourage you along the way.
I would say I'm all about empowerment. You hire the right people and then get the hell out of their way and let them lead. Honestly, that is, people don't want to be micromanaged. And if you get good leaders, let them lead. So it's really about empowering individuals and giving them that chance to lead. I'm Julie Kaminski, Chief Operating Officer with Emmanuel. We have nearly 20 senior living communities and Emmanuel Pathway Centers between Lincoln, Nebraska and Des Moines, Iowa. So the 4 C's: confidence, creativity, collaboration, and compassion. I'm gonna throw a 5th C into this, and it's COVID. That was one where it challenged every operational aspect of our organization. We basically had to take our playbook and flip it. So we had to be creative in coming up with, really on a dime, new policies and procedures while still making sure our residents and participants stayed safe. There was collaboration. Oftentimes 9 o'clock at night, we were on Zoom calls, huddling, coming up with new protocol. I think as we tie it back to Emmanuel, compassion in particular, it is one of our Christ promises. It's the C in Christ is compassion. And I see it most profoundly in our affordable housing and our PACE programs. I have had the opportunity to sit on advisory committees with our PACE participants, and most recently was in Omaha, and a new participant who said, "This program has changed my life." And so for that to happen in the last part of someone's life, to be able to be sometimes the best part of their life, is just, in my mind, how Emmanuel really exhibits compassion in everything that they do. You know, when it comes to confidence, I'll be honest, I don't think about it. I don't want to say it's in my DNA, but I feel like if I'm grounded in my family, my spirituality, friends, but like if you ground yourself with a strong foundation, then confidence naturally just comes out of there. And again, I'm a firm believer, if you surround yourself with good people, they lend you that confidence because you know you have an amazing team behind you. I would say how I lead with compassion is trying always to empower, to believe, to understand where people are coming from, and to know that who they are at work, they bring their personal life with them. And so we can't separate those two. And I think trying to understand who the individual is and be the type of leader that they need, and know that not one piece can fit every one of your team members. So trying to just lead with authenticity and not play games. Nobody likes to have games played with them. So to just be a very compassionate leader in all that you do. I would say what I look for in leaders is, first off, curiosity. You know, in operations, there are so many problems, and if you just take them at face value, you can miss opportunities to get some creative solutions. So somebody who is going to probe and to poke and to ask more questions and to figure out maybe a different way to do things, because that's really how we grow. There has to be a love of mission that is embedded in how they lead and what there really is a driving force to cause them to act how they do. I would say as leaders, we are obligated, called to be mentors to other individuals. Leadership is a privilege, and it is important that we have the next generation of leaders coming to the table. So receiving the ICAN Leadership Award, I had a hard time with it because leadership has never been about me, and it is about the team. But one of my colleagues said, just stop for a second and let what everybody who nominated you and how you see yourself, let those two things come together and sit with it for a little bit. When I sat with it, it was happy, like one of surprise and wonder and honor and just happiness as you look out and just remember receiving that award. Is incredibly honored to be sitting with so many other individuals and stepping into that leadership circle. So one of the best days of my life.